Good morning, friends. I just am on my morning walk around the small park in my small hometown, and I wanted to have a Sunday story time. So today's Sunday story time is about my experiences dealing with praise and worship church guitar players at a certain guitar store chain that I will not name. I think you all know who. So I worked at one that's not around anymore in a bigger city about an hour from here. And the way that it works is that these guitar players would go in typically with their church's credit card, and they would use their church's tax-exempt status, because you would have a tax exemption account at that store. So they'd go in there with the credit card and the tax exempt, so they'd get a pretty solid deal for the price of, they didn't pay anything, but the church was paying for it. So we started having these issues with this one guy, where he would buy the stuff and then like 2 weeks later he'd try to return it. But what was fucked up about it was that he would always try to get the refund made out in a check to him, not to the church. Now, even though the original transaction was carried out on a church credit card. But that wasn't the worst of it. We had one guy who is actually nationwide banned from this chain. I have no idea how they plan to enforce that, but he's allegedly nationwide banned from this chain for what he did. What he would do is he would buy like $4,000 Ernie Ball Music Man, John Petrucci signatures, or like super top shelf Gibsons, or super top shelf Taylors, and then he would hang on to them for the length of the return policy period. And right at the very end of it, he would always return it. And we started kind of asking some questions. We raised some eyebrows about that. So we started watching eBay, the general manager and I, because I was one of the more savvy guys. We started watching eBay, and sure enough, every time he would do this for about 2 months, 3 months straight, the guitar that he had bought would always end up on eBay, and it would always be shipping from our area. So eventually we were able to snag this guy and be like, hey man, why is this John Petrucci signature that you have that's up on eBay have the same serial number as the one that we sold you a while back? You've been doing this for a while, maybe you should stop doing it. So I have no idea. Any of you other guitar shop people, if you have experiences similar to this, drop them down in the comments.